Well, hello everyone, and this is EC the Gamer, and we are back with NieR Replicant. So last time we went to the junk heap, uh, and we defeated the little Shay Khalil with the P33, you know, the robot friend that he had. Uh, yeah, we definitely now understand what the robot was doing. You know, essentially was protecting the Shay. Uh, Unfortunately, the protagonist doesn't know the whole story like we do. Sorry, not the whole story, but the thing that we discovered in the last ending, he doesn't know it, so only us, the viewer, knows, you know, the player knows about it. So yeah, we pretty much finished that. Something that I noticed, by the way, in the previous video I said that I was going to do the how do you call it, I forgot the name, the speed run of the boss. I actually did it. It was 4 minutes and something that I had to do it. I did it faster than that. Essentially, you have to skip the cutscenes and just use your strongest weapon. That's it. But anyway, what I was trying to say, is that I forgot to actually do the speed run of the dog. You know, the Cerberus. I think his name is Rock or something like that. I forgot about that. I really forgot to do that one. I don't know what happened. I just seen that I continued to do it and I forgot to do it, but based on what I understand, it doesn't matter because there's still many tries.
Hopeless
that
said
I
we
can
might
do
be
this.
able to find something in the Forest of Myth.
This one's not going to the Forest
You will
of Myth.
forgive me if I seem less
Yeah,
than
I know.
enthusiastic about such a trip.
I'm going to do Forest of Myth now. But yes, I forgot about it, guys. I'm sorry. I truly. Why am I saying sorry? I haven't shown you what I've been doing, but doesn't matter. Sorry, but oh, wait a second. I never saw this.
You know, I've been thinking.
Yeah, I don't think this. Yeah, this is new.
Why was a shade hanging out with a machine?
Maybe, I don't know.
It appeared the creature was actually issuing orders to that mechanical minion.
Wow.
Do you think the shade had a reason for what it did?
Actually.
So she knows, so she actually can understand, which makes sense. She has the shade inside of her, so she should be able to, I don't know, understand a bit of the language.
Look, it doesn't matter what a shade is or isn't thinking. All that matters is that we kill every last one of them.
Right. Sure.
So what's happening here? Again, I don't understand these characters now. I mean, Emil is the only one that I can understand, but Kaine, Devil, and Popola, why are they doing this? Like, for example, Kaine. So she knows what the shades have been talking about. I never thought of that. So if she understands what the shades are talking, why haven't she told the protagonist what they're actually doing? What's the purpose of each one of them?
The idea of a shade trying to protect a robot is goddamn absurd.
Wow.
Still, you guys should be careful.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean?
If the shade inside me ever takes over, I'm probably going to attack you.
That's not gonna happen. You are no shade.
This is new. And yes, she is a shade, or at least she's half shade.
The lad is correct. You are many things, hussy, but a shade is not one of them. Shades, for example, do not come equipped with such foul and scurrilous mouths.
Oh my god, I love the banter that these two, they're always just throwing insults to each other.
How about I cram your face up your own asshole, book?
Yeah, okay, how you're going to do that?
Don't worry, Kaine. If your shade ever takes over, I'll stop you.
Oh my god, this kid is such a good heart. He's the best character in this game at this point. I mean, my favorite is Kaine, but because I love the story the character has, but Emil is such a good heart, you know. He's turning to this this still doesn't like accept himself.
You will. Thanks, Emil.
So she definitely she cared for them, definitely, especially Emil. But okay, so she understands them. Okay, we got that very clear now. She understands what this goddamn, what the shades are doing. Yes, she won't tell them why. I understand her logic in that. So she's been hiding the fact that she understands the shade and what they are. Like she actually knows what the shades are. Yet she doesn't tell anyone about this. Wow, incredible. So we've been killing without knowing, and she actually knows what they're talking about. You saw it there. She was about to say something, but she didn't say. I don't know why. Maybe. Well, again, I do. The only reason is essentially, at least from what I can understand, is that we see the ending, and in the first ending, ending A, the protagonist just pretty much broke down. You know, of course he continued forward, moving forward, but it wasn't the same. So maybe that's the case, but still, I would have liked that she would have told the truth. This guy, I hate him. Here we go.
Oh, hello. How are things? You want to know if anything unusual is happening?
Yes.
Well, I have been feeling a rather strange presence whenever I visit the Divine Tree.
The
Okay.
Divine Tree?
It's a legendary tree that exists in the heart of our village.
Did you investigate the cause of this presence?
Not really, no.
Wow, this is the worst village shift in the whole game.
And why not?
Yes.
Well, we're not really supposed to go near the tree, except for prayer.
And why is that?
I don't know. It's just how things have always been.
This tree, it has to be something in the game, like,
Weird.
yeah, we're in the... Nothing for nothing.
There's something strange happening with the divine. That reminds me. I have a rather interesting story for you.
Let me... I'm not going to read this. Yes, I'm going to see if there's something new. Yeah, nothing new. Oh, I hate this. I hate this. This I don't understand the logic in this. Just to piss the player off, because there's... You don't gain any information of this, like... And the one that you get information, I mean, a cutscene would have been much more easier than just worse. I mean, that's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is going to take me a long time. I already know
The
it.
grass, the trees, the woods.
Here we go.
Why do we seem to encounter nothing but odd people lately?
This is a boss, by the way, what
You
we're going
should
to
talk,
fight.
Vice.
As if
A
Grimoire
boss
Weiss
world.
is capable of spouting such nonsense.
A wording boss. I think that's the best way to explain it.
Hang on. I don't think it's done.
Is the dark entity that governs all memories. May the words form themselves to your liking.
I never heard this like this so easily.
Does that mean it'll tell us what we want to know? That'd be nice.
Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, here we go. I don't know if to read this. Black pure darkness painted over everything. Words scattered here and there across the blackness. Kind words, difficult words, amorous words, all sparkling in the dark like jewels. The words were few now, but time was shorter. Grabbing the words in desperation, the tree turned to the sky. This is wrong, whispered the tree in the voice of wind through the leaf. This is not how it was supposed to be. The plan has failed. Once long ago, the tree had remembered everything about the world. This was its task, its function, its purpose. It shivered with something approaching joy as it collected the memories of mankind. This was no accident. Emotions were as much far as the tree as fruit and bark. Memories collected like dew on the thick green leaves of the tree. And once they have formed a web that spanned the entire world, words into sunlight before passing through the leaves and into the pool of memory. From the pool and the world join together to form colonies. The colonies united into whirlpools of light, and the light coalesce into stars. Sorry if I'm reading fast, I don't care. I hate this, I really hate this. Each star was like a child of the tree, and it loved them all. Look at my memory, a child is here, brought low by disease. He is far too young to have suffered so. Thin beyond words, the voice king is shade paler than the bleak sheet upon which he lies. His parents no longer visit him, for they cannot bear to watch him suffer. The doctor has long since surrendered his fate to the gods. The boy too has abandoned hope, trained emotion, weariness, hatred swell within the dark recesses of his young heart. He tries to reject the black terror that germinates in his body, but no amount of effort or tears can drive the invader away. He has long ceased to resent his parent and daughter. Once he did, but now his pain is so great that there is little room in his heart to think of other. Sorry, let me read something here first. Strange emotions, weariness, hatred swell within the dark recesses of his young heart. He tries to reject the black terror that germinates in his body. Is that like the shade that they're talking? The gestalt, I think that's the right word. Only one person brings the boy comfort, a healthy young girl with tan skin and deep blue eyes. She is a beacon of brightness and light in the boy's world. Her very presence is a comfort to him, but he is unable to look upon her face. Where they meet, the boy is filled with loathing for his own state. Soon this loathing eats away at what joy he receives from the girl's visit. The girl will stop coming. He continues, he knows this. His every waking moment is spent in fear of this day. He thinks that if he could talk to her, if he could tell her of a feeling, it might not be so. But this conversation never happened. The girl disappears, the boy dies alone. The tree scoops up his memory and carefully stores it within itself, etched upon a single word: envy. Okay. Look at my memory. There is a female warrior. Her greatest enemy is a beast with great eyes that she cannot fully comprehend. When she tries it with her sword, it turns into a pillar of salt and dies. But when the white smoke clears, a new enemy rises, and another, and another. The warrior knows that her struggle is folly, but fighting the unending stream of enemies fills her with a sense of joy and purpose. Somewhere deep in the warrior's dark adult mind lies a vague memory of a daughter. Perhaps the child exists only in her head, the dying remnants of a powerful dream she does not know. Her friends and fellow warriors come and go. Some flee in terror, some are eaten. She began to fight with 63 companions, but most are gone now. The warrior's body shudders. She does not understand why at first. By the time she hears the fierce, loud sound, the arena is already enclosed in darkness. Looking up, the warrior sees a beast so large that it blots out the sky. She is laughing. She has been doing so for as long as she can remember. Covered in blood and dirt, the warrior laughs. She laughs and laughs until the town that contains her daughter collapses into a pile of dust. This memory has been stored for a long time. It is etched with a single word: lost. Look at my memory. A red dragon falls from the heavens. I think this is the Drakengard, the first Drakengard. All that memory has been lost. A shame, it was a favorite of mine. After many centuries of existence, the tree saw that its carefully labored memories were beginning to dwindle. Once seemingly infinite, the memories now seemed ready to disappear forever. The tree did not feel sadness at this point. Grief was an emotion beyond its comprehension. It did, however, have the distinct feeling that something was missing. The mountain of memory had so carefully assembled had disappeared. The tree stretched its branches as far as it could, but new memories refused to flow. The pool of memory was a blank empty pit, a hollow place where life had once flourished. The tree had lost its purpose. There was nothing to be done but sift through the few remaining memories littering the ground under its branches. This is why the tree was pleased when the young man and his companion entered the room. Well, this place is gloomy as hell. The room had The room NieR had entered was almost completely empty. All he could see were a few crystals scattered haphazardly on the ground. Picking up one of the crystals and peering into it, NieR suddenly saw a familiar sight. It was the forest of myth, its villagers prisoners of their own dream. I apologize, the tree thought. That is all that remains. As NieR stared at the jewel, bewildered, a voice suddenly called out from the depths of his mind. The voice implored them to listen. It wasn't orders following, it was mandatory. Abruptly, the pair realized that they must listen. Look there. A small shadowy presence appeared from beneath the floor. It appeared to be a shade. The shade grasped several jewels in his hand. More jewels tumbled out of his mouth like shards of broken teeth, silent sound tinkling from each one before vanishing forever. The creature was ambushing the memories, treating the precious objects like a collection of cheap playroom toys. These shades appeared to be consuming the memories. These things eat memory? Yeah, the tree extended a branch toward NieR. Without a second thought, NieR brought his blade down on the shade, tearing his stomach wide. The jewels burst from the shade and poured across the chamber floor. Looked up the tree. There is the envisioned memory I had lost, and satisfaction, and many others as well. Yeah, this is good. The tree opened its mouth and attempted to speak, but no sound emerged. A millennium of silence and solitude had caused the tree to forge certain things, but rather than be upset, it greeted the development with a good cheer. Focusing all its power on the riddle of speech, the tree formed a kind of makeshift vocal cord and tried again. I implore. I spat out a glimmering green jewel. One more time. I implore you. There we are. What was the color of the lost envy? What was the color?
You let it slip?
Come on, we have to go back.
Holy crap. I didn't notice that. Yeah, again, that's the part that I hate. So I have to do this all again. I'm not going to read this. Let's go. Oh, I missed it again. So it's not green, at least we know that one. It doesn't matter if I have to do this again over and over again. It has to be blue, right? This bold, this shade has intelligence and emotion. Who cares? NieR brushed it, word coming aside as sword sliced through the shade, right arm. The shade extended his remaining arm to NieR. I must touch him, I must make contact. The moment his finger brushed against NieR, the tree felt a warm sensation begin to burn. Something hot coursed through his finger, up his arm, and out of to his entire body. It was emotion, more than the entity had felt in centuries. The tree cried out in surprise and joy. 1,000 years alone, 1,000 years in quiet contemplation. The tree felt like it was going to break apart. For long centuries, the tree had been alone, in hard sealed with heavy chains, but no more. New powerful motion began to take hold, causing its heart to lighten. This was more than the simple emotion he had been designed to feel. It was the beginning of a soul. The young man was the key. This was the promise made long ago. This was how it would be released. The tree's stomach began to throb in pain, a new and pleasant sensation, but the time was not right yet. I implore you, how many were lost by who fought the red-eyed thief? That was 63, I do remember. Okay, real time is over. Stupid shade once and for all. Something brown and shiny fell from the open stomach and clattered to the floor. The key, secured the key. The man's sword slowed. Time began to dilate around them, stretching and slowly. Time is essential, the next word must be heard. The words exploded, it began. difficult to discern the meaning. The pool of memory began to cry. Blah blah blah. Blackness burrowed its way into the wall. This world is falling apart. How can the world fall? I implore. Most important thing, world. The light was complete. The memory disappeared. The tree identity began to dissolve. As the layer slowly faded, NieR was drawn back to the real world, and then the dream was satisfied. Oh, finally. I hate this part.
What in the...
Yeah.
I never realized shades were capable of rational thought.
I don't care if they can tap dance and play the fiddle.
Yeah.
I just want to kill him without all this hassle.
This... I would like to know more about this shade. What the heck is... Because I read all of that and I still don't understand.
With the tree defeated, we no longer have to worry about being buried in its world of letters.
It seems like the shades, the people just... You know, they're able to get inside whatever they can enter, you know.
Unless, of course, time itself begins to rewind.
There we go. Oh.
Maybe Popol has found some information about the Shadow Lord. Let's drop by the village.
Very well.
The strange, but it made me think. I mean, why are we worshipping a tree? That's odd, right? Sometimes I wonder why we do any of the things we do. Oh, that reminds me. I have a rather interesting...
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm going to actually leave it here. I'm not going to continue. I'm trying to do my best to do the videos much not so long. I've been trying that for a long time. I haven't been successful. Either way, I don't care because I hate this part. It takes a lot of my energy just to read. I had never read so much in my whole life. So I understand the shade. There was a shade inside the tree, so it essentially possessed the tree. It's so weird. This part I still don't understand. It's the most confusing part. Maybe I have to do more information on the internet or something because I'm still confused about it. Well, anyway, guys, let me say something first. Yeah, we need one more. I'm at 62%. I haven't gotten more than that. I don't know why. Yeah. I need one more fish, guys. Oh, I haven't read this either. I need to do this later. I'm just waiting for most of the weapons to be a bigger level. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I said before, this is the part that I hate the most. It's very confusing, and I know that if I read it with much more focus, maybe I'll understand more, but I don't like it. I simply don't like it. But yes, that's all for now. As always, guys, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, and don't forget to hit the notification bell, that bell, so that way you can get notified, of the videos that come to the channel. So yeah, don't forget that I'm trying to do something different in terms of the schedule, just to go a bit slower. What I think I'm doing, like on the week, I'm doing like 3 videos. On the weekends, at least 1 video. So I still have to finish our defense force. But anyway, as always, guys, That's all for now. Easy the Gamer signing off, and I will see you on the next video.